Sunrise through the palm trees, cup of coffee in my hand. Warm breeze whispers gently in the simple morning land. Smooth coffee scent rising, dark roast in my cup. Take a sip, refreshing, just can't get enough. Coffee and cannabis in the Sunday air. Feeling so righteous, not a single care. Cannabis in the garden, leaves so green and bright. Smooth waves in the distance.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Good, totally terrific, Twisted Titty Tata Turkey Taco Token Tuesday morning. Good morning, Cornbread.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm good. It's been a wonderful Tuesday morning. We'll get some sunrise action going. Cheers, cheers, everybody. Good morning, Amber. How are you? I hope you are having a wonderful Tuesday morning.
Good morning, Box Man. I hope you're off to a good morning.
Good morning, Kay and Kinley and Pups. I hope you are having a wonderful morning. And Josh, what up, man?
Good morning, Mama D. I hope you're off to a good morning.
Good morning, Ma. How are you? I hope you are having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, Yvonne. I hope you're off to a good morning.
Good morning, CJ. How are you? I hope you are having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, Ash. I hope you're off to a good morning.
Good morning, Brittany. How are you? I hope you and Jennifer are having wonderful mornings. Oh, I don't know. I was just saying hi, Kay. How's everybody's morning going? Hey, much love, Amber. You got this, yo. Should we do some waking and some bacon?
Yes.
All right. If you have not got your getting stoned ordered in, please do. Cheers, cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody. Happy Tuesday morning. Hope everybody's off to a great start to their day. If you have not got your Getting Stoned word in, please do. We got Amber with Getting, Boxman with Stoned, K with Again, D with Ma with My, Yaya with Only, and CJ with Friends. Get those saved for 420. We are 5 minutes up. If you need any dope custom embroidery, any custom sign work, any custom painted rocks, please reach out to my mom, the one and only Mama Beanz. Much love, Mama Beanz.
Welcome to Mama Beanz Stitch and Stone, where art, heart, and craftsmanship come together in every creation. This is more than a business, it's a labor of love, where every piece carries the warmth of human touch and the beauty of handcrafted excellence. At Mama Beanz Stitch and Stone, you'll discover timeless artistry in every stitch, stone, and sign. Each creation is crafted with meticulous precision and boundless creativity, transforming ordinary materials into extraordinary keepsakes that tell your unique story. As a mother, grandmother, and artist, she approaches each project with a unique blend of technical mastery and emotional depth, ensuring every piece becomes a cherished heirloom that speaks directly to the heart. Whether you're commemorating a milestone, decorating your home, or giving a gift that truly matters, Mama Beanz Stitch and Stone will work closely with you to bring your vision to life with the care and dedication that has made us a beloved part of our community. Mama Beanz Stitch and Stone, where every stitch tells a story, every stone holds a memory, and every sign marks a moment worth celebrating.
Much love, Mom. If anybody has any questions, please reach out to anybody on the Cove Crew, and we can help you get your order in. If you want your order by Christmas, you're just going to have to order pretty dang soon. But as always, please allow some time for creation and design and creation. But thank you for your sponsorship and support, Mom Beanz.
Let's go, Mama Beanz.
All right, we are 3 minutes out from 420. Make sure that you are packing up and heating up and warming up and grinding up. D, are you still rocking with us? Do you want to drop the word with?
It's right there.
Where? Oh, shit. Perfect timing. Like, whoa. Like, I was strolling. Like, I fucking don't see it. Thank you, D. Appreciates you.
It's okay, D. It's his first day.
It is, actually. Yesterday was just a training day, so it didn't even technically count. Hey, much love, Britt. I hope you feel better. I hope everything works out with Jennifer. Probably, yeah.
I agree. You tell him, D. You tell him.
My man. We'll smoke for 420. We got some This Day in History coming up. We do have our Timeline Tuesday segment 2001. We are in the new millennium. We'll have our morning speaker this morning. Don't miss out on Stoner Roulette this afternoon. Roy has the trophy still since we missed last week's Stoner Roulette. Play a little bit of trivia. We got some token tunes tonight. It's going to be a dope day, though. Make sure that you are packing up, heating up, grinding up, rolling up, warming up, waking up, cocking up. Yeah.
Yeah.
don't know. It's been a pretty good morning so far, though. I got no complaints. Water looks first, yeah.
Yeah.
You can see the little path where the boats go through, though. Happy 420, everybody.
Cheers.
Smoke weed every day.
Cheers, cheers, everybody.
Cheers, cheers.
What does everybody have planned for their day?
I don't even remember. I just got into that. Oh.
Chilling and
Cheers, people.
try some Christmas lunch.
Bar, chores, and work.
Got another Christmas concert tonight.
Let's fucking go.
Hang on, let's see what I
Gonna work on a few show things today. Got a meeting. Yeah, that's about it. All right, let's play a tune. We do have some This Day in History coming up. This is most definitely not a Christmas song, but Yvonne's Rub-a-Dub-Dub, Kinley Splashing in the Tub. I don't know what made me think of this song, but yeah, you got your thing off, didn't you?
I have the wrap off and I just have a Band-Aid right now.
Let's go, Cornbread. Let's go.
Last night's concert was really good. I did post videos.
She's so friggin' adorable.
They did great.
I mean, yeah, it's dope.
It was.
Yeah, I don't know, nothing too crazy today here. It is, holy shit, it feels like 29. They're talking a high of 44 with blowing snow. I think that would be blowing. I don't think you can have snow in 44 degrees. I don't think that's how that works at all. I think that's incorrect. I think it would be blowing liquid. Buying the van down by the river. I don't know. Let's play a tune. Cheers, everybody.
Riding along in my automobile, my baby beside me at the wheel. I stole a kiss at the turn of a mile, my curiosity running wild, cruising and playing the radio, with no particular place to go. Riding along in my automobile, I was anxious to tell her the way I feel. So I told her softly and sincere, and she leaned and whispered in my ear, cuddling more and driving slow, with no particular place to go. Particular place to go. So we parked way out on the Kokomo. The night was young and the moon was gold, so we both decided to take a stroll. Can you imagine the way I felt? I couldn't unfasten a safety belt, riding along in my calaboose, still trying to get her belt to loose. All the way home I held a grudge for the safety belt that wouldn't budge. Cruising and playing the radio with no particular place to go.
Oh, no shit. Yeah, yeah. That's a great song. It is Chuck Berry. No particular place to go. That song makes me think of Sergeant Bilko with Steve Martin. It's an old movie. That's a fucking hilarious movie. Good morning, Kinley.
Soldier Boy tough.
I love that. All right, so this is we're going way off to another direction from Chuck Berry. This is a group called the Four Freshmen. The harmonization in this song is like goosebumping. I like that. I feel like that's what geese do when they cruising around in the automobiles. They'd be goosebumping. Cheers.
And the autumn wind brings them to the end of a faded summer love. When an early autumn walks the land and chills the breeze and touches with her hand the summer trees, perhaps you'll understand what memories I owe. There's a dance pavilion in the rain, all shuttered down a winding country lane, all russet brown, a frosty window pane shows me a town grown lonely. I'm so alone. That dream of ours that started so April-hearted seemed made for just a boy and girl. I never dreamed, did you, any fall could come in view so early, early. So darling, if you can, please let me know. I'll meet you anywhere. I miss you so, let's never have to share another early autumn. No more tears. Autumn came too soon. That dream of ours that started so April-hearted seemed made for just a boy and girl. I never dreamed, did you, any fall could come in view so early, early. So darling, if you can, won't you take the time to let me know? I'll meet you anywhere. I miss you so, let's never have to share another early autumn, and the autumn wind brings them to the end of a faded summer love.
Okay, do you want to know why I was laughing?
Let's hear it.
You gotta put me up on big screen.
Don't do it.
So, for my app for my watch, it says golden beans.
What? Why? That's
You're
so
famous.
odd.
Ryan said you're famous.
That's great.
And then,
Oh,
boom,
hey, let's go. That's dope.
is
So not the Splish Splash song, but I do have a song that we can dedicate to Kinley, everybody. Cheers, cheers.
Oh, rubber ducky, you're the one. You make bath time lots of fun. Rubber ducky, I'm awfully fond of you. Bo-bo-bo-dee-o, rubber ducky, joy of joy.
I just messing with you. That's a good song, though. But for reals, cheers, everybody.
cheers.
Splish splash, I was taking a bath. Long about a Saturday night. Yeah. A rubber double, just relaxing in the tub. Thinking everything was alright. Well, I stepped out the tub and put my feet on the floor. I wrapped the towel around me and I opened the door. And in a splish splash, I jumped back in the bath. Well, how was I to know there was a party going on? There was a splishing and a splash, reeling with the feeling, moving and a grooving, rocking and a rolling. Yeah! Bing bang, I saw the whole gang dancing on my living room rug. Yeah, flip-flop, they was doing the bop. All the teens had the dancing bug. There was Lollipop with a Peggy Sue. But the golly Miss Molly was even there too. Well, a splish splash, I forgot about the bath. I went and put my dancing shoes on. Yeah, I was a rolling and a strolling, reeling with the feeling, moving and a grooving, splishing and a splashing. Hey, yeah. Yes, I was a splishing and a splashing. I was a rolling and a strolling. Yeah, I was a moving and a grooving. Woo! We was a reeling with the feeling. It was a rolling and a strolling, moving with the grooving. Splish, splash. Yeah, splishing and a splashing. One time I was splishing and a splashing. Woo! I was a moving and a grooving. Yeah, I was splishing and a
I don't know how well you can see it, but it's like
Can see it a little bit.
some colorfulness in there.
Brittany, this was an
Hey.
early one.
Well, I hate to mix. I do that all the time, Britt. Like, I'm always like, oh, fuck, this isn't the right bathing song. God damn it.
She said, "Feel my skin." Ah, it's so
All right, everybody. Vicki B, what do you got for us this morning?
Let's go.
Let's fracking go.
Yes, 20 minutes till bedtime. Let's go.
Here we go.
Welcome back. Today we have a dark word, a gifted musician and composer, a political protest, an important early document, a song or two, and a quote. So grab your favorite cuppa, settle in, and let's have a look. Hi there, and welcome to This Day in History for December 16th. December 16th is the 350th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 351st in leap years, with 15 days remaining to the end of the year. Where does it go? Today's word is umbrage. You're most likely to see the word umbrage in its meaning around offense, resentment, or annoyance, especially when someone feels slighted or insulted, as in, she took umbrage at his dismissive tone. In fact, you most often hear it in the phrase to take umbrage at something, usually implying more of a personal reaction rather than open anger. The word umbrage comes to us from Latin umbra, meaning shade or shadow. So, umbrage originally referred to shade or shadow, and then metaphorically to something that casts a figurative shadow over one's feelings. By the late Middle Ages, the meaning had shifted more towards suspicion, displeasure, or offense. Umbrage is the linguistic cousin of umbra, a word we've talked about before. Both of those words are rooted in the idea of shadow. The use of umbrage tends to be slightly formal or literary. It suggests measured indignation rather than outrage, and you're more likely to see it in writing, speeches, or polite disagreement. Example sentences could include, he took umbrage at the suggestion that he hadn't tried hard enough. Don't we all? No offense was intended, though umbrage was clearly taken. Or, she bristled, taking umbrage at the implication. First known use of the word umbrage in the sense of offense or resentment is in the early 1400s. Umbrage. Today's word umbrage was suggested by Odyssey viewer Charles B. Ranting. Thank you, Charles. And if you have a word you'd like to see in this Word of the Day segment, drop it in the comments and we'll take a look at it. And with that, Ludwig von Beethoven was born in the middle of December 1770 in the German city of Bonn. From an early age, music shaped his life. His father was a singer and recognized Ludwig's talent and pushed him hard, sometimes too hard, but the discipline paid off. By his teens, Beethoven was already earning a reputation as a skilled pianist and composer. In his early 20s, he moved to Vienna, the musical capital of Europe, where he studied briefly with Joseph Haydn and quickly gained attention for his powerful piano performances. Beethoven wasn't just following tradition, he was reshaping it. His music bridged the elegance of the classical era and the emotional depth of Romanticism. Then came a devastating blow. Beethoven began losing his hearing in his late 20s. He struggled with despair, but made a remarkable decision to keep composing. Some of his greatest works, including symphonies, sonatas, and string quartets, were written when he could barely hear at all. Beethoven was known for his fiery personality, deep emotions, and fierce independence. He never married, lived a sometimes chaotic life, and often battled illness. Yet his music speaks with extraordinary humanity, joy, sorrow, triumph, and love. When Beethoven died in 1827, tens of thousands attended his funeral. Today, his music remains timeless, reminding us that even in silence, a powerful voice can still be heard. You've heard of the Boston Tea Party, haven't you? That was on December 16, 1773. Members of the Sons of Liberty, disguised as Mohawk Indians, dumped hundreds of crates of tea into the Boston harbor in protest against the Tea Act. The Articles of Confederation and Perpetual Union was a document that had been drawn up an agreement between the original first 13 states of the United States of America, and that document was to serve as the first Constitution. And it was on this day, December 16th, 1777, that Virginia was the first state to ratify those Articles of Confederation. Beethoven wrote a lot of music. One notable piece is known as Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata, officially titled Piano Sonata No. 14. This one was written in 1801 and dedicated to one of his piano students, the Countess Giulietta Guicciardini. He didn't call it the Moonlight Sonata. That appellation was added years later by a poet who said the opening movement reminded him of moonlight shining on a lake. I've included a link of a not too long version, but be advised it seems kind of sad to me, makes me want to cry, but I'll be interested to know what you think about the Moonlight Sonata. There's also one known as Ode to Joy. Ode to Joy comes from Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, completed in 1824, and it changed music forever. For the first time in a major symphony, Beethoven brought in a choir, setting words from a poem by Friedrich Schiller celebrating joy, unity, and brotherhood. So, very interestingly, Beethoven was completely deaf by this time. He couldn't hear the orchestra or the singers at the premiere, and yet he created one of the most joyful and universal melodies ever written. The tune is simple, uplifting, and unforgettable, meant to be sung by everyone, not just trained musicians. Ode to Joy is known worldwide, and I hear it's even the anthem of the European Union. Ode to Joy by Beethoven, and there's a link to that one too. In thinking about Beethoven completely losing his ability to hear and still being able to write symphonies, I'm reminded of something. It's not quite a saying or a quote, but the notion that he knew where the sounds were. I think that's the trick in learning musical instruments anyway, whether it's a piano or a guitar, a harmonica or a trumpet. Once you know where the sounds are and how to get them out of the instrument, you can bring the music right out of it. A little instruction and a lot of practice. In fact, let's have that as our quote today. Becoming proficient in anything is a matter of a little instruction and a lot of practice. I'll qualify that by adding that if you feel that a lot of instruction is necessary, then be advised that however much instruction is necessary, that much more practice will also be necessary. Whether it's tossing pizza dough or algebra or driving a car or playing a musical instrument, a little instruction and a lot of practice is what it takes. Alrighty, y'all take care. Be good to each other. I'll see you next time. And a hearty and grateful shout out to these lovely folks who've bought me a coffee. Thank you so much. And if you'd like to add your name to that list, there is a link in the description where you too can buy me a coffee. Alrighty. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlists in the description. You can find me on BitChute, Facebook, Odyssey, Rumble, YouTube, and X, as well as on a blog page called No Really. No Really. No, really. Consider following my Day in History page on Facebook if you're on Facebook. I also have a Patreon account now, or you can buy me a coffee. All those links are in the description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.
Much love, Vicki B. Thank you so much for this Day in History every day. We super duper appreciate it. If you are not following Vicki on all the platforms, make sure that you do. Check out her, buy her, or me, buy her a coffee. You know what I mean. And hope you're up to a dope ass Tuesday. All right, I got a couple versions that we're gonna play. but we'll go with the original. Oh, I don't even have it loaded in yet. I'm fucking slacking. All right. Well, that's not even the right one. Double slacking. Hoarding. Nope. It's been kind of a crank pot off and on this morning. All right. Cheers, cheers, everybody. Let's fucking go. I love classical music, but I feel like classical music makes ridiculous metal music. So this is a different version of Moonlight Sonata. A little more upbeat. Cheers, everybody. Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
I love some classical metal music or like bardcore. Basically, it's like new songs. Easy down there. You all right?
Yeah, it's just any. Ryan,
You put.
can you open
Maybe
this?
you should put your brace back on for a day. I don't know. We do have our Timeline Tuesday segment coming up. We'll play another jam and dive on in. Let's go, Kinley. You got this.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function?
Hooking up words and phrases and clauses.
Conjunction, junction, how's that function?
I got 3 favorite cards that get most of my job done.
Conjunction, junction, what's their function?
I got and, but, and, or. They'll get you pretty far. And that's an additive like this and choices. Not this, but that. And then there's or, O-R. When you have a choice like this or that. And but nor get you pretty far.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function?
Hooking up two boxcars and making them run right. Milk and honey, bread and butter, peas and rice.
Hey, that's nice.
Dirty but happy, digging and scratching, losing your shoe and a button or two. He's poor but honest, sad but true. Boo-hoo!
Conjunction, junction, what's your function?
Hooking up two cars to one when you say something like this. Choice, either now or later, or no choice. Neither now nor ever.
Hey, that's clever.
Eat this or that, grow thin or fat. Never mind, I wouldn't do that. I'm fat enough now.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function?
Hooking up phrases and clauses that balance like out of the frying pan and into the fire. He cut loose the sandbags, but the balloon wouldn't go any higher. Let's go up to the mountains or down to the seas. You should always say thank you or at least say please.
What's your function?
Hooking up words and phrases and clauses in complex sentences like, in the mornings when I'm usually wide awake, I love to take a walk through the gardens and down by the lake where I often see a duck and a drake. And I wonder as I walk by just what they'd say if they could speak. Although I know that's an absurd thought.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function?
Hooking up cars and making them function.
Conjunction, junction, how's that function?
I like tying up words and phrases and clauses.
Conjunction, junction, watch that function.
I'm gonna get you there if you're very careful.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function?
I'm going to get you there if you're very careful.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function?
I'm going to get you there if you're very careful.
Woo woo, let's go, Kinley. I took all my meds. Let's go.
Congratulations, you're a walking pharmacy.
Yeah, that's such a dope song. That's my favorite Schoolhouse Rock song. And good luck getting that one out of your head, folks. Let's go, Kinley. Let's go.
Another one, and another one, and another one, and another one.
That's it. That was all. That was the final one. Yeah, I grabbed Conjunction Junction and I grabbed I'm Just a Bill on Capitol Hill. All right. We are in the year 2001 in our timeline-ness. And it's crazy to think that we started in 1970 and we've missed weeks. And so.
Let's go.
All right. The Bill song. Yeah, I like that one too. Right. Here we go, everybody. Hope everybody's having a wonderful morning.
Let's go.
(2001), A Space Odyssey. The year that began our first step into the future.
Where the hell did you get that idea, Hal?
Although it was a little bit different than what the Jetsons predicted. After the scandalous end of the Clinton administration and an almost as scandalous election process to nominate the first president of the 21st century, Americans were hoping that the 2000s would be a bit less chaotic and more like Star Trek.
Who wants to counteract paradise, Jim boy?
Hey, we just survived the Y2K bug, so anything was possible. However, all of that optimism for the new millennium evaporated come September. But it wasn't all dark. consumers got their first taste of some exciting new gadgets from Apple and Microsoft. We got to see Christopher Walken dance on a ceiling, Earthlings got an unprecedented view of their closest neighbor, and there were even some hobbits running around in there too.
It's wonderful to see you, Gandalf.
We're going to talk about the news, culture, sports, and entertainment, and all that was weird in the 2000s. This is Timeline. Get ready, because this one is all about 2001.
Hey, good morning, Roy. How are you, man?
Good morning, Roy.
We are just starting our Timeline Tuesday segment 2001 today. Hope everybody's having a wonderful morning. Here we go.
But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to the Weird History channel and let us know in the comments below your favorite 2000s memory. Now, it's time for the dawn of the Planet of the Apes, the Mark Wahlberg one. Ringing in the new year, Greece adopted the euro and became the 12th Eurozone country on the 1st of January.
It's a big cost, this transformation from the Greek drachma to euro, but this is the cost for the time.
The decision added momentum and stability to the effort to make a European Union, and also made Greece one of the first countries to launch euro coins and banknotes. But vending machines still spit those out too. 1 week later, Apple launched its digital music platform, iTunes. Today, the App Store and iTunes are a familiar part of daily life for millions of people. But at the time, the sale of digital music seemed like more of a novelty. After all, who the hell wants to listen to music on their computer? It's not like you can carry it around in your pocket everywhere you go. Wikipedia switched its servers on for the first time on January 15th, going online with a simple goal: to be a totally free, open-source encyclopedia for everything. The earliest versions of an online dictionary date back to the early 90s. But Wikipedia's idea of user-edited articles grew out of Nupedia, a more structured online dictionary project that didn't take off.
You guys, I'm really gonna miss this place.
Let's all promise that in 10 years from today, we'll meet again and we'll see what kind of people we've blossomed into.
Yeah!
What time do you want to meet?
Let's meet in the morning so we can make a day of it.
After an unprecedented election that went all the way to the Supreme Court, George W. Bush was sworn in as the 43rd President of the United States on the 20th.
Preserve.
Let's go, Kinley. Let's go. All right, here we go.
Protect and defend
the Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
But with the new president finally in office after the chaos and confusion of the previous 2 months, Americans were ready for a return to normalcy. But that would be shattered permanently within the coming months.
The main course and the rest of you won't be served until 7 hours later. I guess you wish now you fed the rest of me to the dogs. Hmm? No, Mason. No, I much prefer you the way you are.
2001 experienced an early bad omen when NASCAR legend Dale Earnhardt suffered a fatal crash in the final lap of the Daytona 500 on February 18th.
Trouble, big, right behind them. Undoubtedly one of the toughest announcements that I've ever personally had to make. We've lost Dale Earnhardt.
With 7 NASCAR Cup championships under his belt and numerous promotions, he was one of the sport's biggest icons, which made his sudden death at age 49 all the more shocking. His son, NASCAR star Dale Earnhardt Jr., was also competing that day, finishing the race just moments after Earnhardt's accident. Rocketing into March, Russian space station Mir ended its tenure in the stars on the 23rd after spending 15 years in orbit. Its re-entry into Earth's atmosphere was controlled and orchestrated by Roscosmos, Russia's federal space agency. The station landed back on Earth near Fiji, causing debris to fall into the South Pacific Ocean. There may be still some pieces out there, if you want a souvenir. Speaking of falling to Earth, World Championship Wrestling got suplexed for the final time on March 26th, when it was acquired by longtime rival Vince McMahon and the World Wrestling Federation.
I, Vince McMahon, fought my competition. The very fate of WCW is in my hands.
Despite dominating the WWF in ratings and ticket sales for many years, WCW struggled to find footing as professional wrestling began appealing to more adult audiences, and the company became the first casualty of the WWF's growing monopoly. But not everything was going Vince McMahon's way. After a lengthy legal battle with the World Wildlife Foundation, the WWF would be forced to rebrand to World Wrestling Entertainment, or the WWE, just 14 months later.
I never want to hear my brother's name mentioned again.
You're our uncle? I don't see why you won't help him.
You think I want to babysit my brother the rest of my life? Watch out for Gregorio. Take care of Gregorio. Make sure Gregorio knows right from wrong. Not anymore. Machete is not responsible for nobody but Machete.
8 seasons in Japan for the Oryx Blue Wave, Ichiro Suzuki became the first Japanese player to join Major League Baseball. When he suited up for the Seattle Mariners the day after April Fool's Day, the superstar would go on to play a staggering 19 seasons, and today is considered one of the best players in the history of the sport. 5 days later, NASA launched the Mars Odyssey, an unmanned spacecraft sent to monitor the red planet, primarily for traces of water or past life. The probe was sent into space from Cape Canaveral and arrived in Mars's orbit just over 6 months later, on October 24th.
It's a double rainbow all the way.
Fushigi, I don't know what it is, but it's the coolest thing ever, and I can do it.
This is Fushigi, the magic gravity ball.
With maneuvers like the prayer cross, the enigma, levitation, and so many more. No strings, no tricks. Magic? Maybe. An illusion? You decide.
Orbiting back to sports, Virginia Tech quarterback and General College phenom Michael Vick was selected first overall in the NFL draft by the Atlanta Falcons.
The Atlanta Falcons select Michael Vick, quarterback, Virginia Tech.
And when my name was called, I can't explain. I wish every kid in America, can experience that feeling.
Vick had recently been named the Big East Rookie of the Year and the Big East Offensive Player of the Year in 1999, and would go on to be a 4-time Pro Bowl player and have his jersey prominently featured in Bad Boys 2. But his promising career would come to a shocking and abrupt end 6 years later, when Vick was sentenced to 21 months in federal prison for his involvement in a dogfighting scandal. After his release, Vick would return to the NFL for several more seasons, ultimately retiring in 2017.
Christopher Walken, did you know that he had a dancing background?
I could tell he just loved dancing, and nobody ever asked him to dance. At a certain point, he just got quiet and he's like, I'm 57 years old and I don't know when I'm going to get to do this again. So lucky.
Excusez-moi. C'est vous? Si, c'est vous, ça.
John Paul II became the first pope to set foot inside a Muslim mosque on the 6th of May. JP II entered the Great Mosque of Damascus, sometimes referred to as the Umayyad Mosque, in the company of a group of Muslim clerics, and then prayed at a shrine of St. John the Baptist. He held nearly 50 meetings between the Catholic Church and the leaders of the Muslim faith over the course of his long tenure as pope, in an effort to decrease tensions between the two faiths. 12 days later, the world of sports suffered another tragedy when a heated football match between Ghana's two most popular teams turned deadly. Riot police filled the Accra Sports Stadium with tear gas after angry fans started throwing chairs onto the pitch. But the exits were all locked, trapping 40,000 panicked fans inside for over an hour. 126 people were crushed or trampled in the ensuing chaos. And the incident remains one of the worst stadium disasters in the history of the sport.
Ogres are like onions.
They stink?
Yes. No, layers. Onions have layers. Ogres have layers. Onions have layers. You get it. We both have layers.
Oh, you both have layers. Oh. Not everybody like onions.
I'm sorry about your father, but he's in a much better place now.
You were so right about that.
Clearly, something went terribly wrong.
Do you think I killed him?
How dare you speak to me that way?
How dare you? I lost him too, Mom!
Shaquille O'Neal came one step closer to his broadcasting career when he and Kobe Bryant led the Los Angeles Lakers to victory in the NBA Finals over Allen Iverson and Dikembe Mutombo's Philadelphia 76ers on June the 5th. Lakers took the ring, and Shaq took his second straight Finals MVP. Guess the answer got his answer.
You love him as well?
All right, right back at him, man.
Relax! Don't push it!
Hey, man, using my face.
I'm in your face. Brian Earl Spillner. Sounds like a serial killer name. Is that what you are?
No, man.
Don't come around here again.
Oh, what is that? Whoa. Right, that is it. What's going on? Put my stapler inside the jelly again. That's the third time he's done it. It wasn't even funny the first time. Why has he done that? Just told him once that I don't like jelly. Don't trust the way it moves. Yeah, you showed him a weakness. He pounced. You should know about that.
Remembering one thing above all else.
I want you to know my real name. It's Chihiro.
Walt Disney Studios presents a Studio Ghibli film. Experience a magical movie phenomenon embraced by all the world.
Let's go! Let's go!
This fall, prepare to be spirited away.
Pedaling toward the end of July, Lance Armstrong won his third Tour de France in a row on the 29th. Armstrong would go on to win 7 straight Tour de Frances throughout the early aughts, bringing new widespread recognition and admiration to the sport of cycling. However, the good times would not continue to roll, as Armstrong was eventually implicated in a huge performance-enhancing drug ring.
I view this situation as one big lie that I repeated a lot of times.
He would be stripped of all 7 of his Tour de France wins and banned for life from competitive cycling on October 22nd, 2012.
You are Amelia Mignonette Thermopolis Rinaldi, Princess of Genovia.
Me? A princess? Shut up!
I beg your pardon? Shut up.
Your Majesty, in America, it doesn't always mean be quiet. Here it could mean wow, gee whiz, golly wally.
Oh, I understand. Thank you.
Hey, Daryl. Hey, how's it going, Dave? How am I doing? You're a natural. Hey, you got an oven in there, guys?
When you get that craving for Wendy's bacon mushroom melt.
Coming through. That was close.
With 3 strips of bacon and mushrooms in a cheddar sauce, you just have to get one.
Hey, Dave, come on in. We got to go get lunch. I'm starting to get the hang of this. He says he's getting the hang of it.
Wendy's bacon mushroom melt. When you gotta have one, you gotta have one.
Oh.
Alabama Supreme Court Chief Justice Roy Moore made headlines after taking it upon himself to have a monument of the 10 Commandments from the Bible constructed and installed in the Judiciary Building. This 5,280-pound block of granite was installed in the dead of night, without the approval of the other members of the Supreme Court or any other governing bodies, and was immediately challenged for violating one of America's founding principles, the separation of church and state. After 2 years, a lawsuit, and a trial, the monument was finally removed on November 14th, 2003. And Moore was booted from the Supreme Court for the first time. Moore would come under fire again in 2016 when he refused to recognize the federal legalization of same-sex marriages in the state of Alabama. He was immediately suspended from office, but continued to fight the ruling for several months, until ultimately resigning from the Supreme Court on April 26, 2017. The old "you can't fire me, I quit" move works every time. In the world of music, the life of breakout superstar Aaliyah came to a tragic end when a Cessna 402 twin-engine plane carrying the beloved singer and 8 other passengers crashed during takeoff in the Bahamas, killing everyone on board. She had been filming a music video and was making the trip back to Miami, Florida, when the overloaded plane couldn't maintain altitude and went down 200 feet from the end of the runway. Moving into September, the Williams sisters battled it out in the U.S. Open, with Venus successfully defending her title against Serena and claiming her 2nd straight championship on the 8th. It was actually a doubly historic occasion because it was the first Grand Slam final to be played between competing sisters in 117 years. Sibling rivalries get intense. We can only take about one every century. The world changed forever on a Tuesday morning in New York City in the 2nd week of September. The events of that day exacted a terrible cost from the American people. The national grief and trauma shifted the way American foreign policy was handled over the next 2 decades, and continues to influence policy and legislation to this day. Unfortunately, due to platform restrictions, we can't go into more detail in this video, so we've provided multiple source links in the description if you'd like to learn more about this event.
Today, our fellow citizens, our way of life, our very freedom came under attack. A series of deliberate and deadly terrorist acts.
In the way
I will say, if anybody has any questions or wants to dive into anything 9/11, yeah. Okay. And super sad. Here we go.
In the wake of the first foreign attacks on U.S. soil since Pearl Harbor, President George W. Bush issued a declaration of war on terror while addressing a joint session of Congress on September 20th.
Our war on terror begins with Al-Qaeda, but it does not end there. It will not end until every terrorist group of global reach has been found, stopped, and defeated.
The war on terror would come to describe nearly 2 decades of global conflict among multiple nations, with estimates of over 4 million lives lost and displacement of over 38 million people.
Today isn't just any other day. It's my first day. I'm the man.
And if they had to do it all again.
And 4 years of pre-med, 4 years of med school, and tons of unpaid loans have made me realize one thing.
Good. Could you go drop an NG tube on the patient in 234 and call the attending if the lavage is positive?
I don't know jack.
On October the 5th, British-born American photojournalist Robert Stevens became the first victim in a string of anthrax attacks that rocked the nation. Envelopes containing the deadly substance were mailed to the New York Post, NBC, CBS, ABC, and the National Enquirer, with letters stating, "Death to America, death to Israel, Allah is great." The FBI eventually came to the conclusion that the note was a red herring, and that the actual perpetrator was an anthrax researcher and biochemist named Bruce Ivins. However, there are differing opinions as to whether Ivins truly was guilty. And the one person who did know for sure, Bruce Ivins, took his own life in 2008. A multinational invasion force, led by the United States, entered the Taliban-ruled country of Afghanistan on October 7th, 2001.
On my orders, the United States military has begun strikes against Al-Qaeda terrorist training camps and military installations of the Taliban regime in Afghanistan.
The Taliban had been harboring Al-Qaeda and its leader, Osama bin Laden, and the United States deemed the invasion necessary to ward off any future attacks from Al-Qaeda or another group, to demand the extradition of bin Laden to America, and to get a measure of retaliation for the events of September 11th.
Our role is to protect America, and that's what we're going to do.
The initial invasion lasted until December 17th, but the continuing conflict in Afghanistan would go on to be the longest war in American history, at 19 years and 10 months, with U.S. forces completing their final withdrawal on August 30th, 2021. 6 days later, Advanced Cell Technology, Inc. successfully created the first clone human embryo. This experiment was run on 8 eggs. Of the 8 eggs, 2 successfully divided in order to form embryos, which were composed of 4 cells. The embryos stopped dividing at this juncture, so it was a far cry from Jurassic Park.
Hello, John. Hello.
But the experiment marked a massive leap forward and yielded a promise of great scientific achievement, but still, no dinos. Speaking of world-changing events, Apple released the first ever iPod on October 23rd.
Pod is the size of a deck of cards. But I happen to have one right here in my pocket, in fact.
Digital music was still viewed as a novelty, but the promise of being able to carry thousands of songs, potentially your entire music collection, on a single portable device had undeniable appeal.
It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this thing out. And I ain't no rocket scientist, let me tell you.
But the device's steep $400 price tag would keep iPods out of the mainstream for a few more years.
Sir?
What?
Look.
Attention, we have a new scare leader, Randall Boggs.
Slumber party.
Never mind.
I don't believe this.
What?
Teddy Hanlon's in charge of backup.
Seth Campbell's old partner?
Yeah.
Hey, Jack. Haven't seen you since you put my partner away.
Teddy, don't start.
Is your team in place?
Yeah, we're not up here shopping for doctors.
Hey, I don't want a problem on this.
Not one to be left out of the exciting new gadgets discussion, Microsoft released its first home video game console.
First time, let me now unveil Xbox.
just in time for Christmas on November 15th. Home to such launch titles as Halo, Dead or Alive 3, and Madden NFL 2002, the Xbox and its numerous successors cemented the house that Bill Gates built as a serious player in the video game industry.
Bill Gates, you never cease to amaze the Rock.
Excuse me, who are you?
Rubius Hagrid, keeper of keys and grounds at Hogwarts. Of course, you know all about Hogwarts.
Sorry, no.
No? Blimey, Harry, didn't you ever wonder where your mum and dad learned it all?
Learn what?
You're a wizard, Harry.
Buster! Leave Billy alone!
The game is inside the cards. New e-reader for Game Boy Advance. Slide the cards to play some of your favorite games. E-reader.
Good, totally terrific, Twisted Titty Toppy Taco Toppy Tuesday morning, Copsy. How's it going?
Good morning, Copsy.
Hope you're having a dope morning, brother. We're just hanging out listening to our Timeline Tuesday segment 2001. Hope everybody's having a dope Tuesday morning. Here we go.
Comes with a classic game and a sample pack. More games sold separately. Rated E for everyone.
Enron, a massive energy and commodities corporation, filed for the largest bankruptcy in history at the time on December 2nd, after a systemic pattern of corporate fraud and faulty accounting was revealed in what became known as the Enron scandal. The entire company was effectively a pyramid scheme, cooking the books to collect more money from investors, stealing billions of dollars in the process. Enron would be the first of several high-profile fraud-related bankruptcy cases in the early aughts, which led to new legislation around financial reporting in corporations. The Taliban originated in Kandahar, Afghanistan. Despite naysayers indicating that it would be almost impossible to capture the city of Kandahar, it was taken by U.S.-backed military forces. Some say this conflict marked the end of official rule of the Taliban in Afghanistan. However, this would remain somewhat of a false victory, as U.S. forces would remain in Afghanistan for the next 2 decades.
I need a reason. I don't see money. Why do this?
Why not do it? Because yesterday I walked out of the joint after losing 4 years of my life, and you're cold decking Teen Beat cover boys. Because the house always wins. Play long enough, you never change the stakes, the house takes you. Unless, when that perfect hand comes along, you bet big, and then you take the house.
Been practicing this, Peter.
A little bit. Did I rush you? Felt like I rushed.
No, it's good. I liked it.
Future Stranger Things star Winona Ryder was arrested for shoplifting a $5,500 Saks Fifth Avenue bag in Beverly Hills, California. Bizarrely, the actress claimed that she had been researching a role and that the stolen merchandise was part of her acting process. But just like Ryder, nobody was willing to buy that.
I think on December 12th of 2001, you euphemistically reached what would be termed a crossroads in your life.
And she was sentenced to 3 years probation, 480 hours of community service, and $10,055 in fines and restitution.
I feel like someone's looking over my shoulder.
Yeah. They're all nice to your face. That's because they don't want you to know that they installed security cameras this week.
We all go for the blonde. We block each other. Not a single one of us is going to get her. But they will all give us the cold shoulder because nobody likes to be second choice. But what if no one goes for the blonde? We don't get in each other's way, and we don't insult the other girls. That's the only way we win.
After 11 years and $27 million in fortification and remodeling, Italy's famous Leaning Tower of Pisa finally reopened to the public on the 15th. The extensive work was done to give the tower a stronger base and keep it from tipping all the way over. You think after all that time and money, they'd have fixed that lean?
I swore to protect you. Can you protect me from yourself?
I would have gone with you to the end. Into the very fires of Mordor.
I know.
And that's how 2001 ended, with national monuments and epic fantasy providing a brief escape from an ongoing war and an uncertain future. 2002 was right around the corner, bringing with it an Olympics, a Spider-Man, and a Musk. But that's for next year. Coming soon, 2002. So what do you think? What was your fondest memory of 2001?
I think we all have the same memory of the day. I think when you say 2001, there's two big things that come up, and that's 9/11 and Dale Earnhardt dying. R.I.P. Dale. Raise hell and praise Dale.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, we'll play some tunes. We got our morning speaker yet this morning. I hope everybody's having a dope Tuesday morning. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Your glasses, shake your asses, face screwed up like you having hot flashes. Which one? Pick one. This one classic. Red from blind, yeah, bitch, I'm drastic. Why this? Why that? Lip stop asking. Listen to me, baby, relax and start passing. Expressway, head back, weaving through the traffic. This one strong should be labeled as a hazard. Some of y'all niggas hot psych, I'm gassing. Clowns, I spot them and I can't stop laughing. Easy come, easy go, Evie gon' be lasting. Jealousy, let it go, results could be tragic. Some of y'all ain't writing well, too concerned with fashion. None of you ain't Giselle, can't walk and imagine. A lot of y'all Hollywood drama, cast it. Cut bitch camera off, real shit blasted.
I had to give you up, it's only been a year. Now I got my foot through the door, and I ain't going nowhere. It took a while to get me, and I'm gonna take my time. Don't fight that bullshit in your ear, now let me blow your mind. They ought to break her, crank her, make me complete. Shake her, haters wanna come after me. You ain't a gangster, prankster, too much to eat. Snakes in my bath, wanna stop at me.
Now while you gritting your teeth, frustration, baby, you got to breathe. Take a lot more than you to get rid of me. You see, I do what they can't do, I just do me. Ain't no stress when it comes to stage, get what you see. Meet me in the lab, pen and pad, don't believe. 16's mine, create my own lines. Love for my wordplay, that's hard to find. Sophomore, I ain't scared, one of a kind. All I do is contemplate ways to make your fans mine. Eyes bloodshot, stress and chills up your spine. Sick to your stomach, wishing I wrote your rhymes.
I had to give you up, it's only been a year. Now I got my foot through the door, and I ain't going nowhere. It took a while to get me, and I'm gonna take my time. Don't fight that bullshit in your ear, now let me blow your mind.
Let your bones crack, your back pop, I can't stop. Excitement, Glock shots from your stash spot. Fuck it, thugged out, I respect the cash route. Lockdown, blast this sets while I mash out. Yeah, nigga, mash out. E-R-E, backtrack, think back. E-V-E, do you like that? Yeah, you got to, I know you. Had you in the transfer slants from the flow too. Don't believe I'll show you, take you with me. Turn you on, tension gone, give you relief. Put your trust in the born winner, listen to me. Damn, she much thinner, no, now I'm complete. Still styling on, brick house, pile it on. Ride or die, bitch, double off, can't strong. Beware, cause I crush anything I land on. Me here ain't no mistake, nigga, it was planned on.
I had to give you up, it's only been a year. Now I got my foot through the door, and I ain't going nowhere. It took a while to get me, and I'm gonna take my time. Don't fight that bullshit in your ear, now let me blow your mind.
Yes, I love this part.
Good morning, Deb.
Good morning, Deb. Hope you're having a wonderful morning. What do you know, Cornbread?
I don't know nothing.
I thought you were supposed to know something. I didn't know nothing.
I got nothing this morning.
I got nothing this morning. Oh, fudge sickles.
Shit sucks, Kay. It really does. If you get the surgery done right, it's worth it. I did. I had to put this wrap back on because I have pain shooting from my wrist up to the palm of my hand. I know a little bit about everything and a lot about nothing. Right, Ma?
Absolutely. Jack of all trades, master of none. All right. If a goose is flying,
oh my fucking God,
and another goose cuts that goose off, does that goose honk? Ha! Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Now I've been happy lately, thinking about the good things to come. And I believe it could be something good has begun. Oh, I've been smiling lately, dreaming about the world as one. And I believe it could be someday it's going to come. 'Cause out on the edge of darkness, there rides a peace train. Oh, peace train, take this country, come take me home again. Now I've been smiling lately, thinking about the good things to come. And I believe it could be something good has begun. Oh, peace train sounding louder, ride on the peace train. Ooh, come on, the peace train. It's peace train, holy roller. Everyone jump on the peace train. Come on, the peace train. Get your bags together. Go bring your good friends too. Cause it's getting nearer. It soon will be with you. Come and join the living. It's not so far from you. And it's getting nearer. Soon it will all be true. Oh, peace train sounding louder. Ride on the peace train. Come on, the peace train. Peace train. Now I've been crying lately, thinking about the world as it is. Why must we go on hating? Why can't we live in bliss? 'Cause out on the edge of darkness, there rides a peace train. Oh, peace train, take this country, come take me home again. Oh, peace train sounding louder, ride on the peace train. Come on, the peace train. It's peace train, holy roller. Everyone jump up on the peace train. Ooh. Come on, come on, come on. Yes, come on, peace train. Hey, yes, it's the peace train. Come on, the peace train. Oh, peace train.
Lies, magic, lies. Good morning,
Hey,
magic.
good morning, magic. It's probably that shit on your lip, you bitch. Wipe all that dookie off. It won't smell so nasty.
Wow.
He started it. Oh, wait. Yeah, he still started it. No, he did start it. Motherfucker, I thought that was your first comment. And then I saw the other ones, and I was like, oh, wait, maybe not. But no, it was, you asshole. Love you, magic. Either somebody's having a party or I need to do my shirt laundry. I love that quote. All right, let's go with a Dr. K today. This is a new one. I always enjoy the Dr. K's.
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Tuesday morning.
All right, kids, today we're going to talk about where aura comes from. And I want to be precise here because, you know, we were thinking about what to title this, and it was like how to develop aura, but I'm going to be straight with y'all. The kind of aura that we're talking about, I'm not sure can be developed. And I'm really excited about this video because I find it incredibly fascinating. But we're talking about the kind of aura that is not regular charisma. This is the ability to walk into a room and people like notice you're there. People can approach you and be very upset, very frustrated, and you sort of remain stable in that situation. People can be incredibly powerful, incredibly intimidating, incredibly wealthy, but this kind of person with this aura is untouched by all of that stuff. So this is real aura, not sort of scientific charisma that's based on oration skill or things like that. This is an internal quality that some people have that allows them to walk into a room and captivate the entire room. So this is a bit harder to talk about, but this can absolutely be like sort of analyzed, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to start with the research on charisma. So this is a great paper that I talked about earlier. I made a video about how to develop charisma in a very like sequential way, broke down what all the components of charisma are. But in that video and in this paper, we'll see that there's an element of charisma which these authors choose not to include, which is something called divine related. This is what we're going to talk about today. The aura that human beings associate with divinity. So all of the emphasis on charisma outside of divinity or religion is a relatively new thing. And basically what's happened in the research is people have said like, oh, that's weird, mysterious stuff. We don't know what it is. So we're going to ignore it and we're going to focus on the things that we can measure, the things that we can study. But if we look at the whole of charisma research, we see that actually in countries like France and Canada, religion is the most commonly discussed scholarly subject when it comes to charisma. Out of all of the papers that have been ever published on charisma, religion is actually number 2 on like the academic study of charisma. So I think we've sort of lost something where we've all acknowledged, we all know that when it comes to true aura, religion or divinity have something to do with it, right? We have, from the top of the list, the people who started religions, people like Jesus, people like Buddha. Then we also have people like Joan of Arc or other people who are very religiously, or I mean, we call the religion came after. I don't know if that kind of makes sense. These people were not religious, right? So these major religious figures started a religion. So there was something so special about their aura that human beings flocked to them. And after this person passed, something about what they taught continued for thousands of years later. So like, I'm gonna explain to you what that is, right? So I know how arrogant that sounds, but really, I think we can like look at all these publications and we can try to get a sense of like where that really comes from. And that's what's so fascinating about this, okay? I think we can actually crack that nut, as insane as that sounds. I think that in the world, if you observe something, there is a particular analytical method that you can use to actually understand it, including the really weird, mysterious stuff. So let's start with the basics. The first really basic thing about all these people is the way that empathy works with them. See, all human beings have empathic circuits, which means that when I see like you're crying, like the visual stimulus of you crying is going to turn my brain on in certain ways. And then maybe when you feel sad, I feel sad, we're going to feel sad together. I'm capable of feeling what you are feeling, and you are capable of feeling what I'm feeling. And we sort of have all of these like weird dynamics that we play into. So earlier I talked about people who are intimidating or rich or powerful. There's all this empathy, weird empathic stuff that goes on when one of these people enters the room, right? So there's the person who's the top dog. And when the top dog enters the room, everyone fawns and flocks around them. And there's a certain amount of like social respect towards the top dog. When people approach the top dog, like usually one of two things will happen. Either you respond to them somewhat appropriately, you can respond to them neutrally, or if you're in defiance, if top dogs really bother you and you piss them off, you're kind of like stern with them, right? I don't know if that kind of makes sense, but when someone really popular enters the room, there's a weird social like script that everyone starts to enact. So someone with charisma doesn't play into that script. And here's the reason why. When we empathically connect with someone who has true aura, what we feel on the inside is incredibly uncommon. They have what feels like a soul made of steel. Like there's something about them that makes them impossible to perturb. The regular empathic crap that we get from other people, that we signal to other people, there's some amount of like, oh my God, like when I see you, you lack self-confidence and you're stuttering, and that gives me the ick, right? So we have like the person who's stuttering over here, the person who gets the ick over here, and we're both transmitting signals that kind of work with each other because you feel like you have a lack of self-confidence. So when I give you the ick eye, that resonates with the way that you feel about yourself. You feel crappy about yourself, I am agreeing with you. I'm going to give you the ick, right? So we have all of these social scripts that are going on. Someone with true aura breaks all those scripts. When we sort of sit with them or when they're in a room, like they don't seem to be operating in that way. There's an immense amount of stability. Now, where does the stability come from? St. John of the Cross wrote this thing called the dark night of the soul. The light guided me more surely than the light of noonday to the place where he, well I knew who, was awaiting me, a place where none appeared. Okay, so this guy's saying, okay, I was guided by a light to where this person was supposed to be, but they weren't there. I remained lost in oblivion. My face I reclined on the beloved. All ceased, and I abandoned myself, leaving my cares forgotten among the lilies. So when we look at people who have real aura, what we find is usually a common experience for these kinds of people, whether it's people like Nelson Mandela or Aurobindo is another major spiritual teacher from the roughly Hindu tradition who was in prison for a while. Like a lot of people like end up in prison, or a lot of people have some kind of event messes them up in a very major way. How have their epigenetics changed? How has their brain changed when you have these kinds of experiences? And this is the best that I can put together. So normally in life, we have challenges, we have difficulties, we have negative emotions, we feel sad, we feel hopeless, we have setbacks, people dump us, we feel lonely, we have all of this negative stuff that comes our way. And the way that most human beings survive is by balancing that negative stuff with the positive stuff. So this is where, like, if I get dumped by my girlfriend, my bros are going to be like, hey man, like, it's okay. There are other fish in the sea. There's some amount of negative and some amount of positive, right? There's some amount of, if I feel sad, what I'm going to do is play video games to make that negativity go away. So we'll do everything from read philosophical texts, to have emotional conversations, to go to therapy, to distract ourselves, numb ourselves with substances, whatever. We go through life with all kind of bad stuff and all kind of good stuff. And the purpose for most people's lives is to have more good stuff than bad stuff. I want to have money. I want to have love. I want to have relationships. I want to have meaning. I want to have purpose in life. I want all these things. I want less of the bad stuff and more of the good stuff. I believe that finding true aura, that real transformation, comes when the good stuff no longer touches the bad stuff. When all of the good stuff is wiped away and all you're left with is profound bad stuff. And when all of your compensatory mechanisms go completely out the window and you are overwhelmed by a torrent of negativity, when everything in your life is completely falling apart and you have no logical kind of like defense mechanism left, you have no emotional support, you are actually at your lowest point when everything else around you has abandoned you and failed you. And in that moment, when the mind is no longer capable of helping you, the intellect is no longer capable of helping you, the emotions are no longer capable of helping you, empathy and connection with other human beings are no longer capable of helping you. In that moment, some people find something within themselves, something so deep and so primitive. It's this weird connection to the divine. Like that's the language that we use in those hardest moments, is when you find God. I'm not saying Christian God, I'm not saying Hindu God. I'm talking about the phenomenological experience that we can look at in scholarly publications about charisma that are published in a religious way. There's something deep within you. One of my patients describes it to me after his 7th suicide attempt. I said, why? And I asked him, should I be worried about you committing suicide? And he's like, no, you don't have to worry about me. And I was like, why the fuck not? You've tried to commit suicide 7 times. This is what he told me. He was laying on a stretcher in a hospital that 7th time, and he realized that he has tried to kill himself 7 times, but there is something within him that strives to live more than he strives to die. He found that connection. Even though he struggled with depression, the neuronal patterns are still there. The emotional patterns are still there. The cognitive patterns, the traumas, all of that in the...
Hey, good morning, Double Dice Brad.
What up, Double Dice Brad?
I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Give him magic. Before he shits all over the place again, bro. I'm not cleaning it up again.
The brain and in the mind are still there, but something deep down is incredibly powerful, and that's what you connect to. Once you find that connection, you are transformed. There's a certain amount of stability. It feels like the rest of the world is like a tornado, and you're sitting in the eye of the storm. Right. So in the Eastern religious traditions, in the contemplative traditions, they talk about a systematic way to find this. Right. So we'll talk about things like Shunya meditation in Dr. K's guide to meditation. We talk about some of the stuff over on the membership side, some of these weird, esoteric, more advanced techniques. But there are certain ways to potentially find that connection, connect to the divinity within. And once you connect to that divinity within, the empathic circuits of the people around you get really confused because you don't respond, because you've experienced and lived through the hardest form of isolation, abandonment, loneliness, etc. And so you're still alive on the other side. Life threw at you the worst possible things it knew how to throw, and you survived it, which means you have a stability. And that stability comes because the only way you can survive it is by connecting to the divine. And when you connect to the divine, other people pick up on it. And this is how cults are born. So there are some human beings on the planet who have this connection, but don't have ethical training, don't come up in a religious tradition, have egos that have not been worked on. You don't have to work on your ego to have this kind of divine connection. And when that happens, this is where cult leaders are born, because human beings, they have true aura. So other human beings will gravitate towards them because they can detect in this person, holy shit, this person has a stability that I long for. I'm lonely. I'm hopeless. I feel sad. There's a deep, deep, deep hurt deep inside me. And this person seems to have healed it. Let me gravitate towards them. They're drawn like moths to a flame to this person who has aura. The problem is that this person, just because they have the connection to the divine, and this is where I try to get scientific, for lack of a better term, I try to understand the quantifiable, phenomenological elements of this, right? Can you have a connection to the divine while still having an ego out of prop that still exists? Can you have a connection to the divine? Does that fix the deep hurt? It doesn't. The neurological stuff is up here. The psychiatric stuff is up here. The divine stuff is down below. And that's why if you have a mental illness, we can fix it by working on the stuff up here with CBT and medications and things like that. That doesn't give you the connection to the divine. Both of these things can exist in parallel. And since they're egotistical, They fall into the traps of cults, right? They start to get paranoid. They start to get afraid. They get addicted to power. That spark of the divine is there, but all the mental stuff is still on top. That's where a cult comes from. Once you discover this true aura, a lot of things about you change, right? So if you go down the wrong route, you'll end up as a cult leader. But I think there are a lot of things about you that are going to be different. And if you guys have met someone who has true aura, you sort of may get this. The first thing that happens is these people tend to get ick resistance. So the rest of the world is very sensitive to ick. Oh, I don't want to hang out with people who are losers. I'm going to chase clout. I'm only going to hang out with people I want like big invitations. And like, if I'm an influencer, I want VIP treatment wherever I go. And like, oh yeah, there's like the icky people down there and there's the strong people up there. The majority of people that I've encountered have an immense amount of ick resistance because all of that social crap does not matter once you are connected to the divinity within. You start to see it as like, okay, this is all just the weird fucking drama of like people who are trapped in their own egos and trying to get ahead in the world and stuff like that. With the ick resistance comes compassion. And this is where if you like really pay attention to people who have ick lack compassion. These two things cannot coexist, right? Ick is when I reject a person and I'm not able to see, okay, there's a fundamental good human being that's underneath all the ick, and that's the person that I should have compassion for. And this person may evoke the ick, but imagine what their life is like. If they're evoking the ick and all these other people, they must be so lonely. And so this sense of compassion also comes in the Eastern traditions. We sort of say that, okay, each of us has this spark of divinity. And one of the ways to develop this compassion is to recognize that every person has a spark of divinity. And so all the ick that you're seeing is just the crud on the surface. It's like there's a diamond that has been at the bottom of the ocean for a while and has accrued a lot of like junk on top. But if we pick it up and if we clean it off, there's divinity to be found within. The last thing that I want to say is I'm going to be honest, I think this is where real aura comes from. I think it comes from basically a failure of all of your emotional and intellectual and social defense mechanisms that keep you intact. But I would highly recommend that you do not go looking for it. Even if you're listening to this video and you're like, how do I find this? I want this. So this is what's so tricky is your wanting that comes from your ego. Right. And if we go back to the dark night of the soul, we see that a key part of this is the dissolution of that ego. So even if you are hungry for it, that's not going to work. So like, I don't know if this kind of makes sense. If you're hungry for it, you're trying to be great. But the people who have true aura are not great. They may be measured as great from the outside. That's not what they strive for, and that's not what they feel within. They simply are. And there's plenty of evidence around psychedelics and ego death and stuff like that that sort of correlates with this, right? So we have some science to back it up. But I would say don't go chasing this thing. And this is where, a lot of y'all may say, so I've worked with a lot of people who are very depressed and very suicidal. And they're like, but Dr. K, like, haven't I hit rock bottom? And it's like, not really. I hate to say this, but the people who are very depressed and very suicidal are almost moving in the wrong direction. So they have a lot of these weird psychological defense mechanisms that really keep them from rock bottom. For many people, their sense of depression, anxiety, whatever, the negative things that you want to get rid of are actually very, very strong protective mechanisms that your brain has evolved to have, and they're pathological. So it's not like they're always balanced or good for you or things like that. And I've worked with people who are suicidal and are suffering very, very immensely. That's where I don't have all the answers yet, but it feels different to me. So if you're someone who longs for true aura, I would be careful, right? So I wouldn't recommend that you go finding this stuff. On the one hand, it is transformative and great, but on the other hand, I'm not sure that it's worth it for that moment. And what really scares me is I've worked with people who long for that moment, who are tired of their lives being sort of like ground down into nothing. And they long for a moment where they will break or be reborn. They kind of want to go all in on life. And I strongly would not recommend it. What I think is way better is going back to what we talked about originally, which is like life has bad stuff and life has good stuff. And spend your time trying to build up as much of the good stuff as you can and reduce as much of the bad stuff as you can. I think that's the best way to live life. Because if finding true aura is in your destiny, it's going to happen to you anyway.
Let's fucking go. That was a good one. I always enjoyed Dr. K's. If you are not following Healthy Gamer GG, make sure that you are. He's got all sorts of dope-ass videos.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, let's play a tune and see where we're at with our morning. I hope everybody's having a dope Tuesday morning. Don't miss out on Token Tunes tonight. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
If I told you things I did before, told you how I used to be, would you go along with someone like me? If you knew my story word for word, had all of my history, would you go along with someone like me?
I did before and had my share. It didn't lead nowhere. I will go along with someone like you. It doesn't matter what you did, who you were hanging with. We could stick around and see this night through. And we don't care about the young folks talking about the outside. And we don't care about the old folks talking about the old style too. And we don't care about the wrong folks talking about our own style. All we care about is talking over me and you. Usually when things has gone this far, people tend to disappear. No one will surprise me unless you do.
I can tell there's something going on. Ours seems to disappear. Everyone is leaving, I'm still with you. It doesn't matter what we do, where we are going to. We can stick around and see this night through. And we don't care about the young folks talking about the outside. And we don't care about the old folks talking about the old style too. And we don't care about our own folks talking about our own style. All we care about is talking only me and you. And we don't care about the young folks talking about the outside. And we don't care about the old folks talking about the old style too. And we don't care
Let's fucking go. I love that song.
Let's go.
Well, I'll go ahead and smoke one more, call it a morning show. It has been a dope Tuesday morning. We go woo woo. Woo woo woo. Almost. Careful. Whoa. Stop. Hi. All right, Cornbread. It's all yours.
Much love, everybody. I hope everybody's had a great Tuesday morning, watching the sunrise, drinking coffee, get baked. Let's go. Make sure you're following everybody you're interacting with. Make sure you're following everybody in the Cove production. If you don't want to miss out, let's go. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. It's been a great morning. Stay lifted, stay positive, and I will see y'all when I see y'all. Much love, everybody. Enjoy your morning.
Much love, everybody. Thank you guys so much for hanging out this morning. It has been a dope Tuesday morning. Great Vicki B, great timeline, and great morning speaker. I always love the Dr. K's. Please make sure you're following everybody on the Cove-TV team. Make sure you're following us across so I don't miss out on Talking Tuesday tonight. Make sure that you're following Europe Entertainment. Don't miss out on the Manigans. Make sure you're following Michael Hugo, Man Bear. You never know when he's going to go live, so don't miss it. Make sure you're following Mad Productions. Don't miss out on the Donzi release party on the 31st. Are you going to lay or are you going to stand? What are we doing here? Make sure that you are following Kelsey Dabb's Dabber Chick. Don't miss out on the Dabber Chick show. She's been doing a lot of DJ mixing and stuff like that, so don't miss out on none of that. Let's fucking go. Make sure that you are following the one and only Cornbread. Don't miss out on all the dope vibes she brings to the shows. Don't miss her on the morning show. Thank you to everybody that helped support Cove-TV. I'll make this possible. Cove-TV is literally brought to you by viewers like yourself. If you needed any custom embroidered creations, please reach out to Mama Beanz. Much love, Mom. Thank you for your sponsorship and support. Hope to see everybody this afternoon for Stoner Roulette. Roy has our trophy. See if we can get it back. With that being said, everybody have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll catch you guys later. Much love.
Have a good day, Kinley. Love you.
Loved one like you. Man, oh man, you're my best friend. I scream it too. There's nothing that there ain't nothing that I need. Well, hot and heavy pumpkin pie, chocolate candy, Jesus Christ, ain't nothing please me more than you. Oh, let me go home. Home is wherever I'm with you.
fell out of my window?
I sure do. You came jumping out after me.
Well, you fell on the concrete and nearly broke your ass, and you were bleeding all over the place, and I rushed you out to the hospital. You remember that?
Yes, I do.
Well, there's something I never told you about that night.
What did you tell me?
While you were sitting in the back seat smoking a cigarette you thought was going to be your last, I was falling deep, deeply in love with you. And I never told you till just now. Let me go home. Home is when I'm alone with you. Home. Let me go home. Home is when I'm alone with you. Home. Let me come home. Home is wherever I'm with you.
Oh, home. Yes, I am home. Home is when I'm alone with you. Alabama, Arkansas. I can love my boy and fly. North and west and
Let's fucking go. I love that song.
Whoop, whoop.
Much love, everybody.
Much love, everyone.